Well, that's my
Alright, cool.
vault
So I
right
actually stayed
here.
out of your range to kill him there. I was just walking back and forth, trying my best not to get feared.
Been my
Fear has like
favorite
a
frame for a long time. I started out Forma-ring him when I was a noob, and I didn't Forma 2 abilities away, so I had to work with 4 Formas. I think now I could do him with 2 or 3, but anyways. I left the offensive aura because Rifle M works really well with his shields. His shield is awesome anyways because it gives the flux rifle and the embolist and the Ignis and stuff like that infinite range, and also like light speed on the projectiles. This is my A build. It's like a little bit of everything. It's more combat oriented, so I only run a bit of continuity. Volt always wants to be as fast as possible, so I tend to always use rush, streamline of course, rage, so when you get hit you can do overload, hit the panic button. I mean, overload is bugged right now and doesn't CC all the mods, which it should do except for engines, which I don't know. Yeah, so you don't really have a panic button. Maybe you want to run him with outrage at the moment, do continuity instead. B build, wow, it's exactly the same, I think. Hold on. Yeah, no, B build has stretch on there. It's more for doing a lot of Uber. If you run rage, you always want to max out your vitality, so when you have to take some controlled damage for energy, you don't get insta-gift. That's basically it. I mean, the range on the Uber is insane already, and if you increase it by 45%, it's super. I mean, if you have a good range to work with, you always want stretch, because if you get 45% of a good range, you will have a super good range, and if your Uber doesn't have a lot of range by default, you probably should not use stretch, because 45% of not a lot is also not much. Yeah, I mean, I always Forma away 2 abilities, because no frame or almost no frame has 3 very good abilities, and which I want to be casting all the time. I mean, if I cast these 2 constantly, I will run out of energy as well. Also, the one ability is always only 5 mods, and you don't want the polarity for it. So you should Forma away 2 polarities, otherwise you will most likely end up stuffing this in here, which you never want to do. See, if the mod is 13, it doesn't increase by 2 but by 3, and it also weakens the effect of the mod, so you never want to be forced to stick your mods in the wrong polarity slot. This vault has 2 Vs, which is also kind of dumb, I guess. But anyways, like, you always want to Forma away 2 abilities, because the second one is also very cheap. You don't really need a polarity for these anyway. But most of my frames only run 2 abilities, because as I said, like, you don't have a build where you want to be doing all this stuff, like it's not a very streamlined build and it's just all over the place. So maybe Volt can run 3 abilities, because his shield is always useful, and I mean speed and Uber, it's a given, but you don't really need to do this. If you are doing your Uber, you don't really need the shield, because stuff just dies. I don't know. And that's like the case for most frames. Pretty basic, I guess. again stacking vitality because of rage. Sure, you could always use redirection and stack some shield recharge if you like make a vault for going in, shooting a bit, going out, then they only hit your shield and you can recharge it rather quickly. Like this mod, where is it? This mod is very good because it's got chance to resist knockdown. Right now it's not that good since you can stack it and you are stuck with 20%, but one day they will release more mods with chance to resist knockdown. And yeah, I mean technically you could build your vault around redirection because of the base shields and stuff, and also he can always get out of the fight and just recharge the shields. You can go without vitality if you wanted to, but currently I'm just doing all rage builds because it's fun. Like, you get hit, you lose health, you hit the panic button, and that way you kill stuff a lot faster than if you just run in, shoot a bit, run out, wait for your shields to come up, run in, and like it's very slow. But well, and then there is like for solo running voids, like I want Master Thief to get all the loot and of course Thieves Wit, and you want Rush in there and your speed and just not very much in terms of tankiness, equilibrium, since I'm looting a lot and can get my health back. I don't know, you can also put Steel Charge in, make a Vault melee build, but since we're lacking knockdown resistance and crowd control immunity, Vault isn't very good for a melee build, even though he has like the strongest melee buff, which is 60% attack speed, or is it 50? But I mean, this might even be better than what Loki and Ash do with their stealth, so I don't know. That's it, yes.